And my chosen actor for this role, chat, would be Danny DeVito, because I like the idea of Danny DeVito, like, running up at people, because he's so small, you wouldn't expect it, chat, but he leaps at you. He leaps at you, chat. He leaps at you like he did on Batman to Michael Keaton in Batman. He got him, chat. He fucking got you choking the shit out of that umbrella. And I'd like him to leap and bite people's ears off, chat, and he would be the Bluetooth killer. It would be the Bluetooth killer starring Danny DeVito as a guy who has just had it up to here with fucking Bluetooth, chat. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. But now, Chad, I will go ahead and get to these questions. I do have a lot of questions today. I want to give people ample opportunity. I also got some ones at the last minute. And I'm going to make sure to answer those too. Chad, okay. I'm answering these in the order that I received them. So the first question set of questions I got was from Austinic, Chad. Austinic's questions. This is question number 1. He says, I've recently watched The Godfather for the first time. Want to know you, Christian Herman. You're at Don Corleone's daughter's wedding, and you go into his room, Chap, and what favor do you ask from Don Vito Corleone, also known as Marlon Brando, Chap? Honestly, the smartest answer is you don't fucking ask for a favor, chat. You don't want to be indebted to any mob-like figure. Now, I've talked about The Godfather. I've done reviews for The Godfather Part 1 and Part 2 on my streams. Both of those reviews are on my YouTube channel, Class in the Glass. And they're both amazing movies. They're both great films. I actually like Godfather Part 2 better. I would give, like, The Godfather, like, a high full price on the DT scale, and I'd give Godfather Part 2 a better than Sex. And the reason why I would give Godfather like a slightly, very positive review, but I don't think it's as good as the second one, is because it's a very much romanticized version of the Mafia. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's just like this. It really is all about that code of honor and respectability and family and the other family and how they'll both commingle. And that really romanticized version of the mob to me is just like, it kind of pales in comparison to stuff that like really shows you a nitty gritty and yeah, maybe even dramatized look, but still it's like, no, this is how they actually are. So I've always looked at something like Goodfellas or The Sopranos or Casino. A lot of Martin Scorsese's takes on the mob I really like, or even other films like Donnie Brasco with Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. Like, those always, like, really appealed to me more. But to get back to the question at hand, would I ask him for I mean, I don't know if I don't want to ask him for any goddamn favor. Thankfully, I'm in a position in my life where I feel like I'm very content. Of certain things, I've taken the next step in getting chat, such as, I hired an editor to work on all my stuff. But yeah, I don't mean to be boring, but there's just nothing where I'd feel like I need this, like, right now in order to complete me. There's personal things in my life that I want to achieve someday, that is outside of my my Twitch, and my various platforms and things. But it's not nothing. There's nothing that Vito Corleone could provide me that I would want, chat. It's also those movies happen to be based on true events. Very true. It's just like, it's very dangerous to be indebted to a fucking mob boss, even someone who seems to be as honorable as someone like Vito Corleone, chat. James, yeah, I agree, because those movies do rant. Yeah, they do. I mean, but I love them. See, I like Godfather Part 2. It got more into like, this is fucked up and weird, and I actually like that. Like, yeah, that movie's about the duology, if you will. It's about the rise and fall of Michael. And how he lost everything. He lost his real family because of the other family, because of his business dealings and things, because of his criminal lifestyle and enterprises. And I like that. That to me, I think the ending of The Godfather Part 2 is excellent, because he's literally alone. We actually see him, he's a little older, and he's just sitting outside of his Tahoe compound and just thinking about how he lost everything. And I just like that. That just really spoke to me. But again, the original Godfather is an amazing movie. I'm not taking that away from him. I'm just saying I just like Godfather Part 2. But I would not fucking want to ask a mob boss for a favor. No, thank you. Even on his daughter's wedding. It's like, nah, because he's going to come back and collect, chat. And there's always fucking interest. Chat. No question. When they were filming Godfather, there were members of the mob there to make sure the movie made them look good. There you go. James Martin Scorsese's True List of Gangsters and Francis Ford Coppola all about the ensemble cast. Yeah, and it's fine. Francis Ford Coppola can do that. That's fine. But I just noticed that he romanticized them. Whereas people like, David Chase and Scorsese, they were, no, these guys are fucking scumbags. These aren't good people. We love watching them. But like, these are bad people. And the whole idea of honor and family, it's all bullshit. It's all about making money and trying to continue this lifestyle that you've led for so many years. That's what it is. Yeah, but my answer is that I would fucking not. I would not do that. I'm thankful I'm in a position in my life where I feel very content and I'm very happy. So I'm good. Look at Father 1 and 2. I've watched those movies so many, but 3 sucks ass. 3. I mean, it was unnecessary. 3 was unnecessary because the movie ends with him losing everything, and 3 is just like, so what's the point? I guess you see him when he's, I don't know. 3 doesn't make any sense to me. I know that Francis Ford Coppola did like another cut. He did like, it was 90 minutes long. I don't know what the fuck that thing was. I think it came and went. No one cared. But no, like really, you just watch a duology chat and you're good. That movie does indeed end, and it ends with Michael alone. I mean, it's perfect. That's the way it should end. That's the way it should end, chat. But we got to the next question from, did you watch the new Director's Cut thing? No. I didn't care to. I had no interest. When it was announced, I was like, why? How is that even going to work? And after that, I apparently it came out and no one was talking about it. So I clearly didn't miss anything. So I feel no obligation to watch that movie or the Director's Cut ever again. 1 and 2, certainly. Those are great films. I love to show either friends who haven't seen it or significant other or my future children those movies. And yeah, of course. But outside of that now. Galil! Oh my God! Galil! It has been a hot minute. Welcome back to the stream using that Prime subscription. How have you been doing? Good to see you. Yeah, Sophie Coppola's acting is horrendous. She's a better director. Yeah. Parents better than Rich Coppola's not as good as 1 or 2. So there's no point to see it. No point to see it. Igla, no, welcome to stream. I'm just currently doing my class in a glass, cat-free ass, a little bit of sass, answering my patrons' Patreon questions. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Cannot be happier. Things have been going swimmingly. Both for me personally and on my various channels. Happy to have you here. Cheers and salute to you. Good to see you again. Yeah, good to catch you. Now we're going to be going on to Austin's second question, chat. His penultimate question. George Lucas has invited you to Lucas Ranch for a special. We're going to let you make one thing canon in Star Wars. What would you make canon? What would you talk about? I mean, honestly, at this point, Lucasfilm and Disney have been making everything I want canon now, chat. We saw that with Thrawn. Was very happy with that. That was a big one for me. Like Grand Admiral Thrawn, they made him canon. They're using him now more than ever. They have several books published him. He's in Rebels. He's going to be in the Ahsoka series. So I'm happy about that. I guess outside of that, maybe Revan and like that era of Knights of the Republic, but they seem to be gearing up to do that right now with this supposed sequel or remake to Knights of the Republic. So I guess I would say Revan, but they seem to already be actively doing that. And to answer your get rid of midichlorians, that would be a good one. That's actually really good. One, if I can decanonize one thing, that's a great actually answer. Darkslayer is a midichlorian. So in the original Star Wars films, chat, Ben Kenobi basically tells Luke that anyone can learn the Force. It just takes training and concentration and the will to do so. That's what it is. You have to want to do it. And any person can learn to be a Jedi, which I think is a really cool message in the film. And then when Lucas, he had the prequels and he invented the whole concept of midichlorians, he says, well, actually, that's not true. Really, you have to have this microscopic organism in your DNA. Like, everyone has them, but if you have like a lot of these midichlorians, then that'll make you able to, be a Force user and shit. And I'm like, that's fucking dumb. And that kind of demystifies the Force. It demystifies the idea that, you can accomplish this through hard work and dedication, which I think was really, really cool. So yeah, he demystified it by over-explaining things. You don't need to over-explain everything. I think so many directors, they lose track of what people liked about their thing or their film or their creation, whatever it might be. And this doesn't apply to direct, but anybody. Chat, writers, directors, TV people, whatever. And when you have this penchant to over-explain everything, you demystify it, and it becomes less interesting. Like leave some things unknown. I think that's okay. Let fans speculate. I think that's fine. If you want to, like, oh, I think this thing came from here, and you're as a critic, go, yeah, maybe. No, you interpret it how you want to interpret. I think that's more fun. Those kind of conversations can expand upon themselves. But when you say definitively, no, this is how it is, it's like, oh, it kind of becomes boring. So if I could decanonize something, that's a very good one, DDX, sorry, Metachlorians. But outside of that, if I were to recanonize something, I guess it would be Revan and the KOTOR story. I really hope they someday get a series of films based on those games, or at least the first one. I'm not the biggest KOTOR 2 fan. But Revan and his companions, that'd be a big one for me. And the other part of the question is, what would I talk about with him? Honestly, nothing. I don't really have the desire to talk to many directors or actors personally. There's some definitely I've talked about on stream who I would like to talk to just because I'm very intimate with their work. John Carpenter is someone I would like to speak with, or Mark Hamill. Not only because of Star Wars, but because of his career in voice acting, and just a number of voice actors. I think those people are like more easy to talk to, especially voice actors. They seem more appreciative. But with George Lucas, I feel like, he has everything. He said everything he has to say personally. And outside of that, I don't never feel the need to me, not resentful towards him or anything. He created one of the greatest franchises of all time. Owe a lot to him. But I feel like he said everything he has to say, and at this point, we would just be spinning our wheels through our conversation. I wouldn't want to ask him something that he's already heard a million times or whatever, and it'd be boring anyway. So honestly, I wouldn't want to talk to him. Yeah, for the most part, I don't feel the need to like engage with celebrities or anything like that outside of a couple chat. It's kind of shallow. Where I just think that the idea is like, I don't need an autograph. I don't need all these things or say hi. It's like, I appreciate them afar and what they did and what they're able to create. That's what it is. But I don't feel the need to engage in a conversation with him. That's just me. Or seems like a chill guy. No, he does. I just don't feel like the need. Yeah, boring conversation anyway. Han Solo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly, Edman. I think it would have been good to just say that only people that are force sensitive can master the force, but everyone can use it. If it makes sense. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I want to talk to Rizzo and ask him why did they say on the boat could hear. That'd be fucking great. That's a good one. That I wouldn't mind. That I wouldn't mind at all. Well, obviously Dan Stevens, yes. Yes, of course. How do you just get so handsome? Yeah. But no, I would decanonize midichlorians and recanonize Revan and his people. This is Austin's third and last question, Shed, his final question. Game Freak has come to you because they want to make a Pokemon gym leader and Pokemon based on you. What the name of the based on you? What the name of the okay? I guess what the name of my Pokemon would be. He wants to know the type of evolutions and what are its moves, and also what is the gym thing. Okay. Well, I would be my Pokemon chat. It would have 3 evolutions, as we all know. First evolution would be Henny. It'd be Henny chat, Henny. After that, it would be, and it's like kind of like a tentacle, if you will. It's kind of like a snake, a big snake chat. And then the second evolution would be Tai. It'll be like a bigger tentacle snake thing. And then the final evolution would be Hentai. Hentai would be the final evolution chat. It's like an even bigger like tentacle like thing. It would be a poison rock type chat because it gets rock hard at certain times. It gets rock hard when it's attacking. Its moves would be Wrap, Rock Smash, Constrict, Pierce, and Horn Attack. Horn Attack and a Drill Horn would be the abilities of my new Pokemon, Henny or Tai or Hentai. That's what it would be. So that's my answer. I would be a Poison Rock gym leader, chap, because I get rock hard, but then I unleash bad things. Josh's like, oh, I am the hentai. Woo. Don's like, well, on that note, dinner time. We should draw this Pokemon. Oh my. So hopefully that answers your question, Austinic. There you go, Chad. Hentai and then hentai sounds like a depraved fuck. Yeah, a little bit. That's what I thought of. I was like, oh, no, I got one for you. Animate that, fucking Game Freak, Nintendo. Do that. If you can. Use hentai, exactly. Oh, I love a little juice and a little bit of hentai, Chad. Woo! Chris, I got rock hard and release bad. Chris, I got rock hard and release bad things, Herman. Yeah. Oh God, Chris, I don't know if I'm supposed to like the Pokemon character because me and my little brother play Pokemon Go, so you probably might ruin Pokemon for the ball. I'm sorry. Sursai. Say, yay. I would also be an anime waifu, Chad. I'd be an anime waifu, too. That'd be my new form. No question. Or maybe my acolytes will be able to be anime waifu. Oh, my God. But good questions, Austin. Good questions. I like to expand upon some of these and go even deeper. Chad. Right up there, and get to the nitty-gritty details. And now, next question, Chat, next series of questions. This comes from Vanny Vanispheres, Chat. This is his first question. You're tasked with making a DC Joker film that is non-negotiable, that you have to use Jared Leto. What is the movie about, and how do you make Jared Leto not go all sending anal beads to his co-stars level of weird? Now, I'm going to answer this question. And the first part of my answer is, Jared Leto is capable of playing a good Joker. He is. I think that it was a couple of things. David Ayer's vision for the character was just bad on a foundational level, making him like a gangbanger, gangster type, you know, all the tattoos and everything, and making Jared Leto do whatever he wanted. I think that was just like a bad combination of everything, and it just led to like a really goofy, uninspired, grating performance. But Jared Leto is a good actor. He's been in a number of films that have been very, very good. And so he is capable of being a good Joker. I have no doubt about that. I just think that the problem is, chat, I've said this before, you can be the most talented actor in the world. But if you get a shit script and a shit director who doesn't know what they're doing, then you're going to give a shit performance most of the time. This just happens. And I feel like if you had Jared Leto under under a director who knows what they're doing with a really good script, he could deliver a great Joker performance, no question. I don't know how this Justice League thing that's going to happen, chat. People have been talking about it. I mean, I who knows? I don't trust Zack Snyder, especially with the DC. I'm not, mostly as a filmmaker, but definitely with DC characters. And so we'll see what that's like. But I definitely think you could do that. And if I were to do a Joker film, I would definitely try to avoid the beef. Don't do the whole gangbanger, gangster, Joker. I just think that just did not work. Cholo Joker, as it was often said. It just comes off goofy and just not intimidating and just fucking weird and grating. It's annoying. I think if I would make a standalone Joker movie, I think it would be really cool to set the story around the corruption of Harley Quinn, because we haven't really ever seen that in the films. Because we just got one of the many mistakes I think of the DC EU, whatever you want to call it now, is they just brushed away the whole corruption and the fall of Harley Quinn, like from Dr. Harleen Quinzel to Harley Quinn. It's like that's like really important to the character, and I want to see that. Like, how does this person, this very respectable doctor who wants to go there and actually help these people and is she slowly corrupted by this person who is just using her for his own personal gains? Like that story, couple a Joker origin movie about him mentally manipulating this woman to fall in love with him, make it a Stockholm syndrome story. That's what I would do. And let's create this relationship. So say another scenario, you had Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, great, and you have Jared Leto as Joker. That's the movie. Not this fucking little 5-minute less than 2-minute montage of him going and she's like, oh my God, you're so hot. No, let's do a proper 2-hour film where we're in Arkham Asylum. You see all the other villains there. She's helping all these other people, but also Jokers. And that to me would be very, very interesting to see her fall, and her corruption. And it would be tragic, and it would just show how evil the Joker is. I think that would be really interesting. I would do like an Arkham Asylum-esque Joker movie. So you got the one where he's on the streets and everything. Like maybe think of it like a Joker anthology film series or something. So you have the Joaquin Phoenix one where he becomes this version of the Joker. inspires this uprising Gotham. Then you have the story of him, like, and he's been captured by Batman, whatever, and now he's in the asylum, and how does he operate there? That would be interesting to me. So I think that would be really cool to see that. What about you guys? You think that'd be something that you'd be like, okay, I could see Jared Leto doing something like that? That's just what I came up with at the top of my head. I agree. That's what I'm most interested in when I first saw Suicide Foes before it came out. Yeah. Like the cartoon. Yeah, very much like the Harley Quinn cartoon. They did a great job. Hey, they did a flashback episode. It's like, oh, shit, okay. And it was actually really, it was really well written. I was like, okay, shit, this is pretty goddamn good. I guess I'd love to see that. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing wrong with, for whatever reason, the live action films, especially the DC, they seem to so resentful towards the DCAU, like the animated stuff, like not even acknowledge it. Like, they create an animated universe and no one's acknowledging it. Like, they created it. Like, across Batman animated series all the way up to Justice League, Batman Beyond, Superman, all that's one universe. And it's like, how the fuck did you fuck this up when you had another division of your company do it so well? And I think it's because they dismissed them, which I think is very stupid. But yeah, that's what you do. Yeah, you look at the animation, look at Harley Quinn, look how the Harley Quinn animated series did it. And I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. So, I don't know. Joker should be goofy, but Joker of course is goofy. Joker can make you laugh, but he can make you scared the next minute. Which I love about the Joker. You never know what you're gonna get with him. That's what makes him such a dangerous opponent for Batman. He'll give you $1,000 in the street, but then he'll shoot you in the face. You never know what's gonna happen. I like that. Thoughts on the new Joker look? It's much better. I mean, sure. You know, it's better than Damaged. Better than that Damaged Joker we got, no doubt about it. He looks like Joaquin Phoenix. He looks like Heath Ledger, which is kind of like the go-to, I think, look for the Joker right now in live action. My concern is just his performance and how Zack Snyder's directing him and why he's even in the movie to begin with. That's what I'm concerned about. We'll see. We'll see how it all works out, but that is to answer your question, Vanny. I would do a corruption of Harley Quinn story where it's Joker slowly manipulating this woman to fall in love with him. That's what I think would be kind of cool. I would like to see a clean-cut Joker now. That'd be kind of interesting to see that. Yeah, probably a cameo. Yeah, it'll probably be a glorified cameo, that guy. I agree with you. We'll see. Eric, people have been saying he looks like the Crow. I could definitely see those comparisons. Yeah. Definitely see that. This is Vanny's next question, chat. If Gargoyles were to ever see a new season that overrides the Goliath Chronicles, what would you like to see? So, as we all know, Chad, you had Gargoyles Season 1, Season 2. And then you had Greg Weisman, who was the creative director of the series. He left before Season 3 started. I think maybe he was even fired. And they did Goliath Chronicles, and no one likes it. It's bad. So for like Greg Weisman, his folks that worked on that show, it's like Season 2, it just ended. It just ended, and where the series ends, really, with the Gargoyles being exposed. Like, they're known around the world now. And it's kind of ominous. It's like, oh, shit, what's going to happen now? You have people that love them and people that hate them. And it's like, okay, well, I would fucking capitalize on that. Now that the next season, so I would, like, if I had my choice, I would have it be a direct goddamn, like, the next day. You know, I would keep it a period piece in the 90s. I think that's cool. I would not have it take place 20 plus years later. I was like, hey, let's do it. Now here we are, like a week later from all this. And now the world is dealing with these, okay, there's fucking magical creatures around. And I would expand on the mythology of the Gargoyles, where I think would be kind of interesting. Okay, the Gargoyles are exposed, but now they've exposed the magical, mystical creatures and people as well. They put them in danger because of this. And you have other members of this magical community who have been found, who have been around forever, Chad, but we haven't seen them yet. And they're like, what the fuck? When they finally expose themselves to Gargoyles, not, in a sexual way, but, they was like, what? You just put everybody in danger. It's like, that would be a kind of interesting conflict point. This hidden society, just like it was kind of like Harry Potter in a way. Not like Harry Potter, but it's like it's all been underneath. It's all been like we've controlled some aspects of society, but now that you fucking put it out there, now humans are going to start to question everything. They're going to question you, going to question other things that they've seen and experienced. And so that would be kind of cool. Introduce new creatures, introduce other powerful sorcerers and stuff, which they have in the series before. It's like, okay, this is interesting. Like, it's only sporadic, but there must be like an underground society of fucking wizards. And they even go in the comics like there's gargoyle hunters and things and creature hunters, like Van Helsing types. And it's like now this all fucking blows up. That would be the premise of the series. Like, how do we fucking deal with this? And now it's David Xantos. They all thought he knew. that he knew everything about these gargoyles based on his interactions with them and denying that they exist and stuff. He's like, shit, now it's out of the fucking bag at this point. So what's going to happen to him in Capture the Gargoyles? Another focus of the show should be on the relationship between Elisa Maza and Goliath, Chad. At the end of the season 2, they're fucking each other. They're in a romance. It's like, how is this gonna work? How is this gonna work, Chad? How is that gonna continue on? Are they gonna be able to continue with the relationship? You know, in the comics, she wanted a family. How are you gonna deal with that? Like, these are some good questions to ask. I think this would be great for a series. It gets complicated. That's what you do. It's like, yeah, maybe this is a good thing, and then you told the truth, and a lot of people love you, and they do. You know, and throughout season 2, you see that at the end when people are like, fuck yeah, these guys have been saving Manhattan, the Manhattan Clan. But now you have these people like, what the fuck? These things have been flying around forever. What are they? They need to be tagged. They're creatures. They're monsters and shit. And so, like, that's a really cool premise. I would also, this is another thing. I'd like to see, maybe if this does take place a few years later, we see a young, what is it, Alex? What's that's Xanatos' son, Alex Xanatos, and to see where he's not like his father or something, and he actually comes to care for the gargoyles. Gargoyles care for him. Maybe something happens to David Xanatos, and they, the enemy, my enemy is dead, and they have to take care of him. Something like there's so many different things, but I think generally that the gargoyles have exposed themselves to the real world. This has ramifications. The rest of Magic Society is like, what the fuck? What are you doing? And all this stuff gets revealed over time. And the gargoyles have to balance these two worlds constantly now, especially in New York. And then you have to focus on interpersonal relationships, especially between Elisa and Goliath, which is complicated. I think that's what you do. Yeah. Monster Girls, that sounds sick. Thank you. Get that. Gargoyle D. Yes, she did. Oh, she wants that gargoyle. She's just like, oh my god, the fact that they are constantly giving fuck me eyes throughout that show, especially season 2. She's all like, how do I look, Goliath? He's like, like all the time. Yeah. Oh, Gargoyle Comics Wiseman did. Oh, he did this already. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Let's capitalize on it. Let's continue it. Let's expand upon it. Let's adapt it. I think that's what they should do. I think that'd be so much fun. Yeah, because I would want another season opposed to a movie, you know. I mean, a movie could be fun, but I already saw it, and so yeah, let's do another like fucking 60 episode season 3 or something. That's what I would want. I think that'd be really cool. No problem. I'll say enjoy the answers to the questions, but good question. Vanny, I like talking about gargoyles. You guys brought me onto that series, by the way. Wasn't for you, Chad, I wouldn't have started watching it. And I regret not watching it back in the day. I would have loved this show as a kid. And it's right up there of stuff like Batman Animated Series. We had that same dark character-based storytelling and expanding on relationships and things and people's perceptions of each other changing over time. It's great. I recommend it. Naya, oh, hi, Christopher. Oh, hi, Juicy Gang. Naya Brownie. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Good to see you. Oh, this is Vanny's third question, chat. What game series do you keep, excuse me, I misread this. What game series do you keep meaning to try out but just don't have the time? So I read this as just series, mistakenly, and it was, I just put TV shows down. But I'll talk about gaming series in just a bit. Now, when it comes to TV series, I always said The Wire. I need to watch The Wire. I got to catch up on The Expanse. I've only seen like season 1 of The Expanse. The Shield. I have to watch The Shield. And in terms of the anime, people always say, you got to watch Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Those are always the big ones I'm told to check out and watch. Now, in terms of game series, apology, I misread your question. Game series. That's a good question. Ones that I haven't checked out in some time. I mean, you guys are saying stuff that you guys haven't seen, like Silent Hill, Juicy Titan. I've actually that'd be a very moist Titan, That's a good question. What's a game series I've always been aware of but never? Yakuza. I'm finally gonna get caught up on that. I'm gonna play Yakuza. I'm gonna be doing like a Dragon and Zero sometime this year, chat. So that's gonna happen. So the Yakuza games, I've always saw them like, okay, I don't know if this would be for me, but people were saying, no, you need to play this. You're going to have so much fun playing it. And so it's like, all right. Yakuza, Persona. I played a little bit of the Persona games back in the day, but not a lot of them. Just like, and not even, it was like at a friend's house kind of thing. It's like, oh, just showing me. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But yeah, Persona, Yakuza, those are some good ones. Doing like a Dragon Knight. There you go, Van. That's what Vanny's doing, chat. He's playing them Yakuza games. So I think that one would be really fun. So yeah, to answer your question, I guess those would be the two ones: Persona and Yakuza Like a Dragon. When it comes to TV, though, The Wire. I've seen clips of The Wire, but never actually sat down and watched the show. I gotta finish The Expanse. I'm way behind The Expanse, chat. The Shield, with what's his name, Michael Chiklis, which is a great series, and Full Metal Alchemist, either that or the Brotherhood, which one people prefer. But yeah. Those are the big ones at the top of my head. Chat, I'm going to answer Vanny's question in just a second. I'm just going to turn my fan. I'm getting hot, chat. Oh, I got the vapors. Chat. Oh, my Lord. Expanse got you. That's what I keep hearing. I got to keep watching it. Master Kawasaki. Yakuza's great. I just started playing them last year. I love Kiyoami and Zero. Gotcha. Barrel Carison, Black Sails is good if you haven't seen. Oh, the Pirate Show. I know what you're talking about. I've seen trailers for that before. It's good to hear. That's good. And this is Vanny's last question, his final question. As a content creator, have you ever thought about doing scripted bits for YouTube, specifically something that requires you to act? And this kind of goes hand in hand. Actually, no, that was the first question. So that's your fourth question. Excuse me. That was your fourth question. Then you have your last question after this one. Yeah, I have some things, but that is just not on the docket right now. Like my full concentration at the moment is just my Twitch channel, uploading my backlog, getting my backlog edited and uploaded to YouTube. Creating Patreon content, and then getting my OnlyFans ready, which won't even have. That's not even scripted content. That's more just me reading erotic fan fiction. And so I would like to do like little written bits, but it's not a priority, and it would mostly just be something very, very small. But it's like the one thing I am thinking of doing, but again, it would be very kind of improvisational, where it'd be me doing theme streams. Or theme Let's Play series where I do, I play a character. So I play as Bane, or I play as Donald Trump, or I play as the Joker. Voices I like to do on stream, or George Lucas. Play a Star Wars game as George Lucas. Like that stuff, that is always in the back of my head percolating. I need to get a few things ready for that. I mean, that would take some preparation. That would take a lot of time. I would want to have artwork, so maybe we wouldn't see my face, but you would see like a version of the character as like a little animated drawn character or something of the person I'm voicing. Like that's something I thought of for the future, but it's just not the forefront at the moment. I just want to get some of these other things already working and updated and upload and stuff, and that stuff would be like that would come even when it does come out. It would be sporadic. It wouldn't be like a consistent thing that I do like every day or every week or something. I had to do like a backlog, I'm already playing a song. It's true. It's very true. But it is something I thought about, but it's not on the forefront of my mind now on the dock at the moment. But it's an idea that I do have, is to do theme streams where I voice a character, or do commentaries, video reactions as a character. I think that could be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun. So photo with Juicy's lips. Yes, you might get that, chat. Yeah, I got some good stuff. Yeah, George Lucas versus... Yeah, exactly, George Lucas. Yeah, like, that'd be a fun one. That's Armie Hammer. I can't blow my... That's the other thing. I can't blow my voice. I gotta be careful with that stuff, too. It happens to the voice actors all the time. And now this is Vanny's question. Excuse me. That was his penultimate question. Now is his final question. The finale, if you will. How do you stay organized with your content creation? Do you use whiteboards, journals, or just your memory? So I use Word docs and Excel spreadsheets where I list out everything. Both for the YouTube stuff, when I gotta upload that to Google Docs for Alex Banal. But I use an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of my my commentaries and that kind of thing, video reactions when I post, or when I can post it, or when I can record, or what's the schedule of things I want to do either for a day or for a week or something like that. And again, that can change. The time of days, something else takes longer. But no, I do keep track of things via a schedule, whether it be through Word docs or a master Excel spreadsheet with various other tabs in it. That's what I do, just kind of to give myself a sense of structure. That's what I've been doing. I think it's good to do that because if you don't, eventually it'd be like you're not gonna be able to get your content up on a specific timetable. You'll fall behind. This happened to me, so it's good to maintain a sense of structure. I have to get. I know I have to get even better at that, just to make sure I go boom, boom, boom. I knocked all these things out today, boom, boom, the next day and things. And so it's something that I have and I want to actively make better. But I think everyone, if you want to do content creation, it's good to do that. Just don't do it kind of like as a spur of a moment thing. I'm just like, no, I mean plan ahead. I think that's very important. But that is Vanny's questions. Vanny, again, thank you for being a subscriber to the Patreon, my friend. I do appreciate that, good sir. Very, very kind. Very, very kind. And now we can move on, chat, to Corbin Hunter Armstrong's questions. How much time do I have? I got a lot of time. I'm good. It's Corbin Hunter Armstrong's questions, chat. This is question number 1. If I was a filmmaker, what films or shows would I like to make? Would it be for a franchise or standalone film? So I've talked about like my ideas for franchise filmmaking, chat, everything from Star Wars to DC and things. But I think if I wanted to start out with something, if I was like, okay, something I'd be like really passionate about, but I want to have like a good semblance of control over it, I would like to make like small genre films. And, as you guys know, I always have like a real appreciation for people like, John Carpenter or Wes Craven or even more recently David F. Sandberg. But they start out making these very, very small genre films that had such a prolific impact later on with other filmmakers. And I just really admire that. Like with, John Carpenter, pick any movie he did in the 70s and 80s, whether it be Assault on Precinct 13, which is a great siege film, chat, or like Halloween, which popularized the slasher subgenre of horror films, or something like that thing, which is a body horror film. Like those films, I was like, man, this. Even I'm like I like it the first Halloween, but even I think it's it's dated at this point. But it's just he tapped into something. He's like, do that. He had a limited budget. He knew what he was doing. They were relatively smaller films, especially Assault and Halloween. It was like there's something about that. I was like, I just really like that. You have like all this control. You have this fucking grand vision. You can execute it very well. Where the idea of getting into you have these small filmmakers that eventually get in the franchise filmmaking. Sometimes it works out for them. Sometimes it's great. Like a Taika Waititi with Marvel, or the Russo brothers with Marvel, or whoever. But then sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it's just it's the worst thing that can happen to a person's career. But I would really like to start out like doing, if I had a choice, or like I'm also thinking of other like Wes Craven when he did things like A Nightmare on Elm Street, or I think a very underrated film of his, which is getting a remake now. Or a spiritual successor, The People Under the Stairs. Like these really interesting ideas, like these very cool ideas that normally studios wouldn't greenlit, but because the budgets were so relatively low and he had so much creative control, he was able to execute them. And so stuff like that would really interest me to do. And even like someone like David F. Sandberg, chat, where he did like a number of smaller horror films. He did this one film called Lights Out, which I really, really like, which started as a YouTube film, a little YouTube short, and then he turned into a movie. And I was like, this I really admire this. This is really goddamn good. And also, chat, you have Jesus Christ, Michael Flanagan. Michael Flanagan, chat, who of course, is real recently has done the Haunting on Hill House series. He also did Dr. Sleep. And before all this other stuff, he did a wonderful little siege film called Hush, where it's about a woman who is deaf, and she's being preyed upon by this serial killer who's just treating her like piece of meat. This home invader who's trying to break into her home, and he basically thinks, oh, I got this girl, but he underestimates her, Chad. He underestimates her, which is pretty. It's just a really fun movie. It's on Netflix, like an hour and 20 minutes. But it's like, God damn, something like that. It's like that's something that I would like to make. It's just something like, damn, that's just really creative and cool, and it's a little different than you would think from another siege movie. That's like this one big element's changed, and it kind of makes it stand apart from all these other siege films we've seen, from all these big fucking Hollywood filmmakers, right? It's like, all right, they just kind of look the same, but something like that stands out, So I just really, Hush is great. If you guys have not seen Hush, that's what really got Michael Flanagan well known, that Netflix film. Really, really cool. Yeah, high full. No, I give you, full price, Thunderly. I'm absolutely with you. So I would love to make films like that. And I like genre. I mean, I like dramas and things. I just don't want, with dramas and eventually, I think when so many of these dramas that you see come out, that from the like indie film, circuit. I mean, I don't want to say I'd be an indie filmmaker or anything like that, but I just want to do like small genre pictures, and I want to avoid dramas because a lot of them just fucking devolve into being mumble dramedies, and I just I fucking hate that shit. After a while, I was like, oh, it's the same goddamn thing over and over and over again. And we all know fucking people have issues. I get it. Families are complicated. Families are dysfunctional. Couples are dysfunctional. I get it. And I'm bored. I don't give a shit anymore. But like to get in there and do like my own interpretation of little genre films that I grew up with that I loved from directors I admired. Like I was inspired by them. And like I want to do my own take. That would be really cool. And so yeah, I look up to people like John Carpenter or Wes Craven or David F. Sandberg or Michael Flanagan, because they started with these small concepts and they made them their own. They struggled, no doubt about that, but I really like those. Should have done it for my mom. Yeah, for your mom, exactly. Lonely drama, girl cries for man, man cries for fan. That's what I was like. I'm fucking bored of that shit. How many of these movies do we actually get? Yeah, we get them all the time. Yeah, horror reboots need more Busta Rhymes, right? Yeah. So I would do that. That would be my answer. Those are the kind of films I would like to do. And franchise films is like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the level of knowledge you need to be a filmmaker is significant. But I would like to start small. I would like to I don't want to go outside of my comfort zone. So I would very much like to start small. Maybe I just like to be there. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think sometimes that's a lot of directors' best work, where they do these really small movies, genre thrillers or things or horror films, and that's like, wow, you did such a great job. Well, and they get their hands on these big budget movies, and they lose their personality that way, and they keep doing them, and it's just like blah. I think a good comparison I always point to is someone like Guillermo Del Toro, where I really love his smaller budget foreign films. Like, and I'm not just saying that. It's like, oh, because, they're indies. Like, no, it's just, like Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth, Chad, even Shape of Water. I mean, Shape of Water had a big budget, but, like, let's, okay, and even Kronos. Like, these are really fucking weird, interesting movies, and they're very much his vision, and they're playing with all these different genres, and they're cool. But when I fucking look at something like Blade 2, I know, there are a lot of Blade 2 fans here. I'm not one of them. But I look at, like, Blade 2 or Crimson Peak or Pacific Rim, or whatever else he's done, all the other big budget movies he's done, which I can't remember at the top of my head. Even Hellboy. It's just like, they just seem to lack all this personality. They all seem to be so similar to all these to each other, and to all these other films of the same ilk. It just gets this kind of like, it just feels like it's mass produced. Whereas some of his other stuff, which is genre based, which very much is genre based, he's a genre director. It's like, man, there's a lot of personality coming through here and interesting ideas. So yeah. That's what that's just my. I always get scared about going big budget and having a lack of control, especially because doing my own thing. I mean, it's a weird comparison, but like I said, Chad, I like being in control of my shit more now than ever. It's like, man, if you want to do something, do it yourself. I fucking adhere to that mantra, no doubt about it. It's your fucking own grand vision, Chad, and the only one you can blame yourself is yourself. And it's like, yeah, that's what it is, and I don't mind that at all. It's like I like doing things my way. Tell me selfish, sure. Hell yeah. Because the only person I can blame is me at the end of the day. So that's what I'm all about. Indeed. So yeah, that's my, I hope that answered your question, Corbin. This is Corbin's second question. What are your thoughts on feature animation, television animation as a whole? Do you think it could bring more mature stories now, since we have platforms that can provide the freedom it needs? Now, you answer your question on feature animation, television animation just as a whole. It's broad. I mean, there's a lot of it I love. Both the cinematic animation and television animation. I think I've definitely noticed the different directions they've gone in. I think film animation, for the most part, cinematic animation, is starting to play it very safe, where you have even all these studios that feel like, if you ask someone, what film did what studio did that film come from? I think most people say, oh, it's a Disney movie. They all look the same. It's all 3D animation. And it's like that's what you get. Like, yeah, you'll occasionally get a 2D animated film. You'll get a Wolf Walkers. But outside of that, Not really. Even fucking Studio Ghibli, who I love, are delving into 3D. Apparently not to great effect. And I think that has sadly been lost, where this moving from traditional 2D animation, which I miss it especially now ever since watching Beauty and the Beast again, chat. For my review, my commentary, it's like, fuck, this film has so much personality, like through and through. I was like, it just made me like, I reminisce. I don't know, maybe it's nostalgia too, because I grew up on these films, but it's like, there's just something about 2D that, and I love, there's a lot of 3D movies I absolutely love. Don't get some greatest films of all time are 3D animated movies, but it's just like, damn it, I would just like to get more 2D animated cinematic fare. And clearly, I guess mainstream audiences just don't give a shit about that anymore. I think at the time she was like, no, we're done with 2D. And I think studios are just done with 2D, which is a damn shame, because I think there's a lot lost. I think that's a lost art form when it comes to cinematic animation. But on the opposite side of television animation, I think it's expanding more now than ever. I think it's diversifying to such a degree, and that makes me so exciting. Not only in terms of just for children's entertainment, chat, but for adult entertainment. I mean, television was always, I think, that way, where you got to showcase more adult-centered or animation. And I'm even noticing this now with the streaming services, chat, where, yeah, we'll provide all kids, children's entertainment, animated shows, but then also up a level. It's like, okay, it's for kids, but there's some dark stuff here. Average Joe's Entertainment, it's a children's show that deals with genocide and child abuse and romance and war. It's like, fuck, that's cool. That's pretty goddamn cool. I mean, really let me think of like an animated film, like say like this year. Did an animated movie deal with any of those concepts? No. But like on TV, you can get away with that. And then you can even have the other stuff, which is very much hard R fucking rated, filled with sex and blood, all that. Which doesn't make it better, but it's like, oh, that's cool, that's there. Like a Castlevania, or a lot of these animes, chat, that are coming out, or these other things that have been greenlit. That's cool. So I think television animation, stream animation, that's continuing to expand and diversify, and that's more exciting than I think anything out there right now in cinema, where it's just fucking the same. And I'm not saying that the movies that are coming out are bad. Soul is great. Coco is great. Toy Story 4 is great. Like, there is great anime. There is a little bit of 2D still out there, or something like Wolf Walkers, right? But a lot of it aesthetically is very the same. And that becomes stale, and that becomes tired, and that becomes boring. And I get bored. When I recently watched Beauty and the Beast, I'm like, fuck, this movie's great. And I was just calling out stuff like the detail and the backgrounds and things. And like, you made me look at some original 3D and animated movies. I did Toy Story not that long ago, too, for commentary and full reaction. The fucking backgrounds are awful. They're so stale. The grass is literally it's just like a polygon that just spread across this whole thing. There's no difference between anything. It's flat. And it's like, but you look at a background for like a 2D animated film from the Disney Renaissance, or like Beauty and the Beast, you see these luscious green pastures and rivers and mountains and skies and everything of blues and purples and yellows and oranges. It's like, oh my God. And I think that's lost in cinema. We don't see the 2D in cinemas anymore, but we do still see that on television. And I think I made another. No, that is part of your question. And so I think the TV, with TV and streaming, you have far more freedom with animation than you do necessarily with something with film, where you're just like, no, 3D anime has to be 3D animated film. It's kind of boring. Kind of boring, chap. Oh. Does he mean I like how Netflix has done a lot of mature anime series? Exactly. No, that's why I appreciate it. It's like, man, they're really giving people a chance to do their own vision for their like the anime projects. So it's not just, no, you just got to do a 3D animated show. It's like, no, you can do it. They clearly give the people a lot of leeway, which is cool. Devin T has to do a 2D animation. TV animation has to do 2D animation due to being forgotten for the most part. Yeah, exactly. I think the extra layer the 2D has over 3D or even stop motion, no offense to those, of course, is that it connects to child drawing, which was the extent or budget of our animation at a simpler time. Debo looking at Earwig and The Witch versus Studio Ghibli's other. Well, yeah, I know exactly. I was like, this fucking looks ugly, and it lost all of its personality. I didn't see the movie. I'm like, this looks fucking shit. That's just like aesthetically. I can't speak for the movie itself. I'm just saying when I saw the trailer, I was like, I do not like the look of this. Corbin, hand-drawn feature animation has more of a presence in Asian, European countries. Clearly. Like Japan, UK. That's true. That's true. Like Klaus, made with an international crew, including Madrid, Spain, and Wolfwalkers made in Ireland. Gazfay, earwig was such a waste of potential. Yeah, I agree. Snake, I can't. I just got back. Can't believe you answered my Pokemon question of hentai. Been over this, that. Tentacle point, not hentai. Nah, man, that's the way it is. That's the way it is, Chad. But yeah, no, it's a very good question, Corbin. I hope you like my answer. And this is Corbin's third and last question, Chad. If you were in a movie with a character who was acting like an a-hole, like J.K. Simmons, that's an asshole, Chad, by the way. You did an abbreviation, just to let you know. Like J.K. Simmons in Whiplash, what would you say to them? I would leave. I do not engage. You do not engage with fucking crazy. Do not do that. Because if you engage with crazy, they will be even more crazy. So you just fucking walk out. It'll be a very short movie with me. I'm like, all right, man, fuck you. And I just leave. I won't even say fuck you. I just get up and like, all right. And I would just get out of there. That's what you got to do. I would not have thrown that chair back. I don't want to know. Maybe he would have liked that. Maybe he'd be like, oh, fine, I didn't expect this. Just escalates. We just start throwing everything at each other. No, you just don't engage. Listen, I've learned the hard way not to engage with crazy people. Do not raise your voice. Do not instigate them. Do not do anything to set them off even more so, because people are fucking nuts. People have no inhibitions. That's absolutely true. People are fucking spoiled, and they feel like they can get away with things, and they could potentially hurt you. There's no doubt about that. And so you do not engage. You just like, all right, you back away, you back off and back away. And if you see something, then you report it. And in case it gets worse, you report or something. But do not fucking do that. Yeah, do not engage with crazy people. Wait for them in the parking lot. Don't do that either. Corporate companies like Disney have either laid off most of their 2D animation crew for CD animation. Yeah, I know. It's just sad. It's sad just for that whiplash share, right? I can throw OG chair or mistress chair right here, Chad Adam. By the way, this is mistress chair. See? That's how I bring it back. Have you met crazy people in your community, the DT one? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know some of them. Yeah, no question. There are some people who are a little touched, chat. No doubt about it. You've heard of them. Yeah, Ace Rock was public defender. That's all I deal with. Exactly. So, you know not to just, I can't find a parking spot. Can I come over? Corbin, I'm sorry. Corbin, you can just keep hitting the drums or tempo to make J.K. Simmons. Man, that's true. Yeah. But no, that's some good questions, though, Corbin. I like that. My do not engage, do not fucking instigate. Don't do that. Chris, everything is my biz. What about cool crazy like Niall? That's different. What am I drinking? Nye is always welcome. I'm drinking my go-to, a little bit of whiskey, a little bit of black cherry soda water, a little bit of mango pineapple juice. It's quite good. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah, you don't want to fucking keep going tit for tat with crazy, chat. It's never gonna end up well for you. And now, chat, we have it's not quite my tempo, not quite my tempo at all. When I was like, wait. Now we're on the Thomas Leaf Ace Rocks questions, chat. This is first question, chat. I've been trying to get, by the way, thank you again to Corbin Hunter Armstrong for being a subscriber on my Patreon. Good sir, hope you're enjoying the content. Trying to upload stuff on there every single day. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to Vanny. Thank you to Austin for being a subscriber. Appreciate that, my friends. And now we're going to go ahead to Thomas Leaf, Ace Rock. This is his first question. I've been trying to get into Stephen King, and for some reason, it's just not clicking for me. Ever come across an artist or game or writer or musician who's objectively good, but you just can't connect with? Well, there's nothing wrong with that. No, I mean, no, listen, I totally understand not getting beaten to Stephen King. He is very much, he's up and down. He's like, hey, that's great, and outside, but sometimes he's, ooh, that didn't work out so well. It's back and forth with him, so I totally understand that. And listen, the whole thing of quote unquote objectively, this is just objectively good. Art is subjective. And you don't have to like the thing that mass culture says this is good, and if you don't like it, then you're stupid. No, you don't like it, then you don't like it. This is the way it is. So I mean, you could like something that's like objectively good or viewed by a lot of people as good, like The Dark Knight. Like I know plenty of people that don't like The Dark Knight, or a film trilogy of The Lord of the Rings. Is like that's fine. That's totally fine. I always say just like what you like, and you dislike what you dislike. That's fine too. I'm never bothered by people who dislike one thing or like one another thing, or even you guys know things I dislike. I talk about them often on stream. Or that I liked, I know other people do. Today we talked about what's his name? The guy, the guy that did the guest. He's doing Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm one of the few people I think really like Blair Witch. Like his version. I thought that was great, but I know a lot of people don't. And I think that's really good. But again, subjective. But to answer your question, to get to the other part of your question, so I think it's fine. Yeah, you don't like Stephen King. Still, I get it. I can actually understand that very much so. But yeah, no, I always say, like what you like, dislike what you dislike. But to the other part of your question, what was stuff that a lot of people like that I just don't like. That maybe get like a high praise, for example. Like these are like they're critic darlings. Like so, let's say for like I have like listed some directors here. I've listed some comedians and some talk show people. And so one on the top of my head is always Darren Aronofsky. It's like I really like Requiem from a Dream, but outside of that, I don't fucking get this guy. I don't understand the praise. Stuff like For the Fountain or Mother or Noah or some of these other films. I'm just like, these are kind of just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I was like, I don't really particularly like this. I don't like how these are shot. I don't really like how he's directing the actors and things. Black Swan. I think Black Swan's fine. I think Mila Kunis is the best actor in it, personally. Yeah, Black Swan's like, it's all right, I guess. I like The Wrestler. I did like The Wrestler. But all of his other movies, I'm like, yeah, I could pass. I could live and pass. Darren Aronofsky's one of those guys. I'm like, yeah, outside of a couple movies of his, it's like, I can, I'm good. Another one's controversial. I've not seen his latest film. I've not seen this one film he's done that a lot of people love. But Ari Aster, who, most recently directed Midsommar. A lot of people love Midsommar. I haven't seen Midsommar. But I have seen Hereditary, and I have seen some of his short films, like Strange Thing About the Johnsons. And honestly, I saw Hereditary. I'm just like, this is just random shit happening. And what's her name? Just screaming at everybody. Like, there's some horrific imagery in it, but I think the story in that movie sucks. I think the story's really goddamn bad. And some of the acting isn't that good either, especially from the son character. But yeah, that's one. The Strange Thing About the Johnsons, like, I'm like, okay, is this the point of this to be like super fucking funny, or is it like meant to be like the most serious, disturbing thing ever? I just don't understand them, And I haven't seen Midsommar. Everyone says that's his best movie. I want to give that movie a shot, but some the extended 4-hour cut. Jesus, it's a lot of movie. That's a lot of movie. Yeah, Midsommar was a lot. I love Hereditary. Yeah, Hereditary. I know so many people that say that Hereditary was one of their favorite films of the year. I'm just like, that was not one of mine. So yeah, but again, this is So Darren Aronofsky, Ari Aster, and this is a controversial one, chat. Now, not to say that I haven't loved this man's previous works, chat, especially from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. But I say for the last 20 years, I've been thoroughly unimpressed with him. That's Steven Spielberg. I think the past 2 decades, chat. He's not capable of doing the same things that he did. He can't do Raiders of the Lost Ark again. He can't do Jurassic Park. He can't reach those same heights that he did back in those days. And like the last film of his, and I'm like, this is a great movie. And I'm like, wow, was Catch Me If You Can, which came out, 2001, 2002. And ever since then, I've just been like, nah, none of these films I'd like, and these are either fine, like they're okay, but there's nothing I'm excited about. Ready Player One, Lincoln. What else did he do? The Terminal. Tintin. Corbett. No, I love Catch Me If You Can. That's what I said. I think that was his last great movie. And then he's done some horrible movies like Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. What is he doing? And now he's doing the what's the other film he's doing now? Oh, he's doing a remake of West Side Story. It's like, do we need a remake of West Side Story? It's like, I don't know. I was so happy that he left Indiana Jones 5 as the director. I was like, good. He shouldn't direct it. I was happy they got someone like James Mangold, who I think has done better things than Spielberg over the last few years, especially with Ford v. Ferrari and Logan. and even the Wolverine, I'll say. I do not like Munich. I do not like Bridge. Yeah, Bridge. I was like, Munich is like, okay, this is all right. I was bored by Munich, honestly. Lincoln, I thought was boring. Bridge of Spies, I'm like, other than what's his name's performance, I'm like, this is fine. It's fine. The Post he also did. It's like they're all like solid high rentals. It's like, all right, something that you could turn on TBS or TNT, watch the edited version. But yeah, I'm just not. And listen again, but to answer your question, I know a lot of people love Lincoln. You have all these people coming in here saying love these films. I get it. I'm just saying for me personally, just like I have not been impressed with Steven Spielberg's work for quite some time. Back in the day, he's made some of my favorite films of all time. I love Jurassic Park. I love A Schindler's List. The Saving Private Ryan is very good. Empire of the Sun, the Indiana Jones trilogy, Jaws. Even some of his earlier stuff, the goddamn killer truck movie, I always forget. Like, that's really cool. But yeah, the last couple of years, I'm just not been into it. Not been into it. Call me Hazel, Juicy Gang. Welcome back. Calling me Hazel, hope you're doing very well. Good to see you. You basically love hungry and young Spielberg. I do. Hungry and young Spielberg is always wants to prove something. I think he's just come to a point where he doesn't have to prove anything anymore. And which, hey, man, that's fine. That's totally fine. But I think that's also made him docile. I think that's made him not be. I don't know. There just seems to be such a lack of personality across some of his more recent films. And they're just so by the numbers. I think that's the thing. They're just so by the numbers. And it's like, okay, I know this is okay. And it just, and the characters just feel so uninteresting to me. That's just like, yeah. I just get bored, honestly. Yeah, BFG, the BFG chat. It's like, yeah. There's a lot of ones where people just like, oh yeah, he did that one, I guess, didn't he? Yeah. They feel, wow, it's a good comparison, Ace Rock. They do feel like Ron Howard movies, yeah. They're just like, okay, that came out. That's about it. But so, yeah, I have some other ones here. Some other maybe controversial. Woody Allen's one guy who I'm like, there's some Woody Allen movies I like. Like Annie Hall. It's like, that's a great romantic comedy chat, romantic dramedy, whatever you want to call it. He's done some good work over the years. But a lot of his dramas, like, I would never to this day understand what people see in Midnight in Paris. I'm like, okay, there's some fun performances in here by all these. I just remember going to the theater and watching that movie. And I'm like, all right, this is fine. It's the kind of film that thinks it's funnier than it actually is. And you also have these people in the audience going, oh. I'm like, oh, fuck off. Or then I recognize some, historical figure. It's like, oh, shut up. I'm just like, get over yourself. Like that. Like Midnight in Paris is that movie. I was like, oh, give me a break. And then just the Mocha Maddox, welcome to stream. Just the people tripping over themselves to compliment that movie. I'm like, I don't get it. Another film he did. What was that other film he did with what's her name? Was it Blue Jasmine? I forget what it was called. But he did that. I forget that film he did with this horribly annoying woman. And I'm in Red Paris in a part of class in high school where I was literally the only one there left. So there you go. You're that person, Chris. Here, you're that person in the audience. Blue Jasmine. I hated Blue Jasmine. I just fucking hated that movie. That drove me crazy. It's only given high from a spray paint pair. Pretty much. I can't fuck with Woody Allen for the same reason I won't fuck with him. I get you. There's also this weird shit. Weird, creepy shit. But yeah, just like a lot of his movies, I'm just like, yeah, don't get it. Don't understand it. Just don't get it. I have two things to say. You were talking about Black Swan. Mila Kunis was the best performing actress in the film. I think Mila Kunis is not a good actress. She seems flat in her performances. Also, I think you were, thank you for answering my questions. No problem, Corbin. Happy to answer your questions. No problem at all. Thank you for being a subscriber. But I know what's going on. I ain't fucking putting those on the poll. I'm definitely not. I'll put Midnight in Paris on, but I ain't putting Blue Jasmine on it. That's just her being just fucking losing her mind because she's not rich anymore. I can't do that. Oh, I have played some of the Darkness games. Yeah, I played the original one and the sequel way back in the day. Never seen any Woody Allen movies unless Ants is his film. And Ants is a good one. I like Ants. I think Ants is underappreciated. I think Ants is better than Bug's Life, personally. I do like Ants. Robert Zemeckis for you, Ostic? Sure, especially now, yeah. Last two decades? Yeah, of all this weird CGI, dead-eyed people. Yeah, that's a good one. I like Ants. I think it's better than Bug's Life. But yeah, I hope that, there's some other ones too. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld. Like, I love Seinfeld, like the show. The show Seinfeld is great. I also know some people that don't like it. But I don't like Jerry Seinfeld as a stand-up comedian. I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, he seems so dry and banal. I'm just like, yeah, it's just kind of boring. But when he's writing for something or when he's acting something, like, he's not even the best character in Seinfeld. But like, Seinfeld as a series is great. But Jerry Seinfeld as a stand-up comedian, never cared for it. Never cared for him. And then these are some other ones. I guess this also deals with the comedians. I'm not a big like talk show host guy. Like my boys back in the day were always Jon Stewart. I think Jon Stewart is the king of late night talk shows. He was the absolute best. He was very, very funny. He did a great job with what he did with the Daily Show. He was also funny and informative at the same time. He also poked fun at the systems. I like Colbert Report Stephen Colbert. I'm not really a big fan of what he does now. But like Colbert Report Stephen Colbert is awesome. And I think, what's his name? Conan O'Brien is also, I think, very good as a talk show host. But there are some other people I just fucking cannot stand. And those people are Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon. They suck at their jobs. They're not funny. They're terrible at interviewing people. They're like Jimmy Kimmel is like, he's always trying to get to the I hate talk show host interviews. Like, there's some that are really good. Like, Graham Norton is very good at it because that's the whole show is a talk show. Or is the interview show. Like, Graham Norton does a good job. I always forget. Like, he does a really good job. He's actually pretty good at what he does. But, like, Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, they always feel, especially when they're talking to people like in interviews, they don't even give a shit what they're going to say. They just want to get to the next fucking joke. It's like, fuck off. I hate that. Craig Ferguson, it's been a while since I saw when I saw Craig Ferguson, he was good. But Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, I'm just like, wow. Two of some of the least talented people working today as talk show hosts. I just do not get it. Just Jimmy Fallon, something. You know, I mean, maybe they're good people in real life. I mean, that's fine. But their acts, I just don't like their acts. And Jimmy Fallon just seems so fake with his fake laugh. It's like, all right, give me a. I know that's a fucking fake laugh. I could tell. Yeah. John Oliver's good. I like John Oliver. Yeah. But yeah, Kimmel and Fallon, I just never liked it. I hated Fallon on SNL. He always broke fucking character. I was like, what is this? I thought, funny enough, other SNL people who were on the show actually hated him for that too. Yeah. You know, I've actually never seen Hot Ones, Nia Brownie. I've never seen Hot Ones before. Because that show was the go. He was great, One-Eyed Johnny. You know, Conan O'Brien was very, very funny. I also like his YouTube stuff that he did. Mr. Robinson and I work at a studio tour at Universal Eyewitness, and Jimmy Fallon is featured on the tour. I have to hear a lot of his cringe-worthy jokes 3 to 4 hours a day. One good thing about the park being closed is pandemic. Damn, there you go. Yep. And everyone Fallon's whole thing during this SNL was that he would always break character. And I hated that. He was horrible. Hot Ones is great. I just never seen. I know of Hot Ones, but I've never watched it. I just haven't seen it. Nothing I haven't watched. Yeah. Let me load you. Okay, so we can all agree to this one, Chaz. So we found some common ground. See, we can disagree on some of the other picks, but we found some common ground here. I like it. If you had Jimmy Fallon's ice cream flavor, Mister, I have not had his ice cream. I haven't had ice cream in a long time. Man, Conan is great. I like some of his podcasts. Yeah, no, Conan is very funny. I've always liked him, and he's a better interviewer too. He has a very good rapport with people most of the time, I guess. At least I see. What did you think of the Nolan Batman trilogy? I think they're overrated, but still in. That's a big question. Well, the answer very quickly. I love Batman Begins, love Dark Knight. I do not like Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, what about Trevor Noah and Larry Wilmore? Nah. No, I've tried. I've given... I think, isn't it Larry Whitmore? Is it Larry Wilmore? That was his name was Larry Whitmore. I tried with Trevor Noah. I can't get into him. I was like, yeah, this is, yeah. I watched his stand-up, and I was like, yeah, it's not working for me. It's not working for me. And with Larry Wilmore, I liked him as a correspondent in The Daily Show. I remember watching some of the episodes of his show that was on Comedy Central at the time. But I don't know, I just fell off. I was like, didn't care for it. Trevor Noah is a hit or miss for you, Thunderling? Yeah, he's very miss for me. I don't know. Something about Jon Stewart that he just... He was the full fucking package. It was just something about him. His cadence, his passion. He killed it. Cohen's been great since right for the Simpsons. That's right. Well, that's why he started. When he first became well known for the Simpsons. That's right. When he wrote for them. Cool. It's Wilmore. Okay, fair enough. Coming a Hot Ones host. Sean is a great interviewer, and all his guests are impressive questions. See, that's cool. I like that. Maybe I will check out Hot Ones. I just haven't watched. I know of it. I just haven't watched it. That's the thing. Like, I think Graham Norton does a very good job. He's an interviewer. I think he's kind of like underpraised. Like if your show is about your talk show host and you talk to people, don't just fucking every minute you're trying to get a goddamn joke in there. It's like no, fucking engage. And like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon do not do that. I don't understand their appeal. Yeah, John Oliver, he should have took over the Daily Show. I agree. John Oliver was the one. But yeah, no, good question, Thomas Leaf. No, but at the end of the day, Chan, as I said this before, you like what you like, you dislike what you dislike. That's totally fine. It's totally fine. We agree to disagree. Some of you disagree with me. That's fine. Totally fine. No skin off my back, no skin off your back, chat. We're not all gonna like the same things. We don't share this. We're not a hive mind. We have different aesthetic tastes. And many things across the board, and that's what keeps things interesting. Wouldn't it be boring if we all liked the same things? It's like everything is just everyone liked the same thing. It's like, yeah, it gets boring after a while, chat, Yeah, I like how Norton has all his guests. That's good. I like that. And they interact too. That's very fun. It's very fun. Mitch Yarm, thank you for the 1 minute. I don't watch really much talk shows, but I like Jimmy Fallon and James Corden because they treat BTS well. I don't know what BTS is. But thank you for the 1 minute. My heart's a pitter-patter. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what BTS is. Conform! Yeah. Jalbert chilling. You only got to make one. That's true. And honestly, the talk show format is weird. Like some excelled in it. Like Jon Stewart excelled in it. Conan O'Brien excelled in it. And, but you got to come up with fucking jokes, every goddamn day, at least 5 days of the week or 4 days out of the week. And not all of them are going to hit. Oh, it's a K-pop group. Okay, as you know, I'm very ignorant when it comes to music, so there you go. I also hate you. I haven't even seen enough of James Corden to even have an opinion. I don't think I've ever watched his show. I've just seen him in things. I saw him in Cats. I saw him maybe in some other stuff. Other than that, I just don't have an opinion on the man. And now this is Thomas Lee's. But thank you for that question. It was a good one, Thomas Lee. But again, as I said, Chad, we can agree, disagree. We're all not gonna like the same thing, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I think that's cool. If anything, it makes things more interesting. We can have conversations like this. There you go. If it's music related, then you already know what I'm about. You know what I'm about, chat. This is Thomas Lee's next question. I've been struggling lately. I see a therapist weekly and have struggled with depression for most of my adult life. How do you cope when times get tough? Well, the first thing I want to say is I'm sorry to hear about that, Ace Rock. But I think you're doing the absolute best thing. People have come to me and they said, because they ask, they're like, Chris, what should I do? I said, you seek professional help. I think that's very important. You should be able to talk to someone who is who has expertise in that field, so you can become, emotionally and mentally healthier. There's no shame in seeking that. I think you're doing the absolute best thing. And so, no, cheers and salute to you, Ace Rock. I'm glad you're doing that. That's good. That's good. To answer the other part of your question, how do I do it? It's like, yeah, of course, I've had depression in my life. I've had times where I felt down or reached a low point or something, of course. Thankfully, I will say I'm in a very good position in my life right now where I am feeling happier now more than ever. I'm doing things that I truly love. I love growing this community, interacting with you guys, and growing my platforms, making my platforms better. This is work I'm very passionate about and happy about, and that's just improving my life, and not only emotionally but also physically too. No doubt about it. But for like coping, because of course I still have days. It's like I'm tired, or it's like something took a lot out of me. Then for myself, I have to take time for myself, and so it's like, hey, drop this because if I'm not at my best, if I'm not at where I need to be for content creation, it's like, okay, now is not the time to do that then, because you're not going to be at your best to do that, and it's going to show through the work. So it's like, I got to take a day off. I got to decompress. Got to relax. Got to do something that is not related to, it doesn't even necessarily have to be, like I'm playing video games or something or watching. It can be that. It could be sometimes just taking a nap, just reading. Honestly, exercise. Exercise is really, really good now more than ever. You've heard this before, chat, but I like to go on very long walks, and there's nothing just feel good. You go on a long walk, you clear your head, you think about other things, or you just don't think. You just enjoying this. You look around, you go outside. I think that is very helpful. I don't think it's good to it's good to spoil yourselves, occasionally with things, of course. But I think I think exercise is really good. I think just getting rest and sleeping is very good, or just sitting back and just, you know, just relaxing or watching a movie or a TV show you really like. I think that's also good too. But highly recommend. Yeah, going outside. I know. Also, broccoli, lots of it, lots of broccoli, especially when you put it in the sink. I think that's very important. Actually, it's got through my unemployment. I run on the treadmill and walk outside. It does. It really does help you. You feel fresh. And honestly, when I get back from like long walks, it's like, ooh, I got a lot of energy now. I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I want to do something right now. And I don't know. That definitely helps. But yes, the most important thing, of course, is if you have any all these negative thoughts, you suffer from depression, and you need to talk to someone. Professional help is the way to go. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. And there's no shame in that either. But if you are feeling down or you just feel stressed out, exercise is really good. And just taking a moment just to be good to yourself and doing something that you enjoy that doesn't require a lot of strain on your mind, you know? That's what I would encourage. Devin, if you were to make a horror movie, what would be the style of horror, setting, story, and lead actor? That's a hell of a question, Devin. That's a hell of a question. I got to get to my other patrons' Patreon questions, but I love sci-fi horror, so definitely sci-fi horror would be a big thing. Setting, I mean, it could be an ordinary setting. It could be space setting. It's complicated. There's a lot of things I have to think about that. I have to think about, and then Dan Stevens, and who'll be a good actress to cast? I don't know. I got to think about that one. It's a good one. Chris Harris thinks it's apparently the Face-Off thing is actually a sequel. Ooh, that's cool. I'm more interested now than ever. But hopefully that answered your questions, Ace Rock, Thomas Leaf. Hope you like that. Thank you for submitting them, and thank you for being a Juicy Gangster subscriber, or being a subscriber. Thank you for being a subscriber. Or no, Juicy Gangster subscriber, my friend. Do appreciate that. And now, Chad, we'll get to Super Tupac's questions. This is from Super Tupac. If you could have a talking animal sidekick, what would it be? Example, or just a talking sidekick in general. It could be made up. It could be Meow from Team Rocket, a hip-hop bear, or even a CGI blue adrenaline-addicted hedgehog. A broccoli boy. I want a broccoli boy. I want to be an anthropomorphic broccoli boy chat abomination creature, and I want him to have the voice of Josh. That is what I want. That's what I desperately want you. An anthropomorphic broccoli boy. So also known as Josh. I want a Josh chat. I want a Josh. So hopefully that answers your question, Super Tupac. I want a vegetable talking sidekick. And this is another question from Super Tupac. Second question. You wouldn't watch long in this world. It's true. Especially if real Josh got a hold of him, Chad. Oh, no. He'd take him to the sink and be over by then. Here's Super Tupac's final question, Chad. 2 questions. A wholesome question. Who is the best favorite member in the chat channel, and why is it Nia Brownie? Just compliment and big 'em up. That's what he says. I don't know what that means, but I'll go along with it. Well, chat, other than, of course, Nia Brownie, as we all know. I can't play favorites. I cannot play favorites. But it's the Broccoli Boy. Obviously, Broccoli Boy, Chad, who I just came up with on the spot. My anthropomorphic abomination Broccoli Boy who has the voice of Josh. It would be my number one person in the chat. So Broccoli Boy is it. He would not last long in this world, chat, but he would be my favorite son. And I would love him dearly, chat, until regular Josh would take him to a sink and then wash him and rinse him and then later consume him, chat, and make him a part of his corporeal being. But it would be Broccoli Boy. Both Broccoli Boy for both answers, chat. That's how it would be. I'm offended, Chris. I didn't say it. What am I doing? I didn't offend nobody. I picked an imaginary person. How are you fucking offended? I won. I got through the answer without offending anybody. No, you're just offending yourselves. It's your Josh Wine. Yeah. It's Josh Wine. It'll make you sadder. Bye, Josh Wine. So hopefully that answers your question, Super Tupac. Answer to question number 1, a Broccoli Boy. Answer question number 2, also a Broccoli Boy. That is how it is. And now, Chad, we get to the final questions. We're already at the fucking final questions, Chad, of the night. Maybe I'll take some other questions from you guys after I finish this one up. I gotta give my patrons, subscribe to my Patreon, priority, Chad, okay? Called the PPP. Patreon priority, okay? PPP. These are from Color Me Hazel, Chat. She likes to go last, so we're going to answer these last. And I'll check to see if I got any more questions. I don't believe I did. Maybe I did. I'll check Ew. I don't think I did. Mm-hmm. I might not be the favorites how I was born. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm witnessing you. But we're going to go ahead and get to Color Me Hazel's questions. Here we go. I like your questions coming in. Very fun today. Very fun. Here's the first question. What is something everyone looks stupid doing? Pooping. No one looks cool pooping, chat, because sometimes first of all, sometimes you just have a look in your face just like, this is what I gotta do. I gotta get rid of all the bad stuff in my tummy. And you just go, sometimes you gotta go, no one looks cool doing pooping. Sometimes it's a hard poop. Sometimes you need to eat more fiber, my friend. You gotta eat more fiber. It's not coming out of you. Pooping like a rabbit or some shit. You need that. I think that's very important. Pooping is a big one, chat. Pooping is a big one. No one looks cool pooping. I'm sorry. That's a plain goddamn fact of life, chat. No one looks cool pooping. Another one. Waiting for a sneeze. Huh? I'm gonna sneeze. Look, and your eyes get fucking wide, and you hold your finger up like I'm gonna sneeze. And it's like, when's the fucking sneeze coming? It's like, it's coming. And it fucking happens, but it's like on a delay. So pooping. Waiting for a sneeze, chat. One of mine that I have definitely done. I definitely look cool pooping because when I poop, I don't just poop. I poop hard. When I poop hard. And the nose goes like, look like a little piggy. But just I'm about to sneeze. I'm like smart reading my beer. That's not cool either. But you rather not be. You would rather be reading somewhere else other than pooping. Like, when you're reading a book, the first place is like, you know what this needs? A poop. You don't want to poop when you're reading. It's like, okay, I'll do it when I'm pooping. But that's not the ideal place to read. You want to do it somewhere else, of course. It's like, that's an option, but it's not the best one. Oh, but some other ones, shit. I've been guilty of this. Running away from a wasp and or bug. Do you ever see someone, shit, has happened to me before when you're throwing out the trash and you're like, you just start fucking running and you start flailing and shit. Or you see some old guy just go, oh God, just run away. It's the fucking funniest thing, chat, to see someone, yes, me, to run away from a fucking bug and or wasp. That is the absolute best. And you don't look cool. You're always fucking laughing at them, chat. You always fucking laugh at them. Also, yeah, flying roaches. You always forget roaches because it's like, you always freak out. You always look dumb, but they're scary, chat. Bugs are scary. We all agree bugs are scary, and we got to run away from them, chat. We always look goofy because a person can't see the fucking bug. Like a wasp, you're looking at somebody, however many feet away, right? You don't see the fucking bug because it's too small, but they fucking see that. You just see some fucking random guy just go, all of a sudden, doesn't make any fucking sense. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. So, chat, pooping, waiting for a sneeze, and being chased by a wasp and or bug. Produce Graphics, welcome to the stream. Hope we're doing very well. As they're saying, we're talking about things that just make you look stupid. So far, I've said pooping, waiting for a sneeze, or running away from a wasp and or other bug-like creature. Those are big. Those are definitely big. Summer Baby, happy to have you. I'm sorry I missed you, Summer Baby. Welcome. Hope you're doing very well. Hi, Summer Baby. Hi. Hope you're doing very well. Also, this is quintessential one, chat. This is the obvious one. Falling down. Also falling on your butt. Falling on your buttock, chat. You took us. Sometimes it's like when you see someone fall into their old person, that's sad because like, oh no, they broke their hip and they're gonna have to surgery. That's sad. But some just fucking schmuck. They fucking that's always funny. Someone falls downstairs and there was some that tries to catch themselves while they fall. That's funny. And you catch yourself, but you're still kind of you just look derpy. So you get mid-fall catch yourself, but you get the derpiest kind of expression ever, chat. Also big. So the ones that there's many others. But right, life alert ad. Those are funny though. Those are pretty funny. So hey, I felt today. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you're feeling today. That's excellent. It's good to hear, son of a baby. But yeah, my top ones, chat. My top one's pooping, waiting for a sneeze, being chased away by running away from a bug and or wasp or other bug-like creature, and falling, but more so mid-fall derpy expression trying to catch yourself. Those are my top ones. Just choosing all the America home videos. Goddamn right I am. Over option you gave to be done his success. It's true. You could poop. You could be mid-sneeze, chat, and blow out your asshole. I cannot imagine, chat. That's a scary scenario. Can you imagine, like, you're in the middle of, like, a really hard poop, and you sneeze and goes, "Achoo!" You hold just all your fucking insides just fall out. They shoot out of you. That's a scary thought. Like, I never want to sneeze when I'm on the toilet. I don't think that's ever happened in my life. I don't think I've ever sneezed while on the toilet before. I'm not going to make that a new thing, chat. I'm going to avoid that. Right? You go also, when you're done, chat, because your insides fell, you don't run away from a bug or something because they smell the poop intestines, and then you go into spider web, too. Spiderweb, chat. When you go, I forgot this one. Spiderweb, it also falls in line with the wasp bug thing. And you go into the web, it's like, you just fucking freak out. Also gross. Also, you look dumb when you do it. It's in my hair. It's in my hair. It's in my eyes. Like all that shit. It's horrible. And you also worry about the spider. It's like, where the fuck? Okay, I went in the spider web. Where's the fucking spider? Also scary. Chartreuse I have, it still haunts me. See, there you go. It's true if you cough, sneeze, burp, and fart at the same time while holding your eyes, you'll explode. Yes, it's true. No, you can hurt your stomach. You can actually what would happen is you can, I don't know, it fucks with something, and you shit blood or something. That's what I've heard. I've heard this shit from reliable sources. My inserts are now my outsides by Josh White today. Exactly. Exactly. So I hope that answers your question, Color Me Hazel. It's a very good question. I liked it. It's a very good one. Oh. Get chased by a bug, high-pitched scream, intensive. Exactly. No one's getting chased by bugs, spiders, but I don't like Spider-Man. Yeah, that's true. He's racist. He is racist. I just so hard to be nice to spiders because they kill pests. That's true. Yeah, they're creepy, though. They're just like, Like, sometimes, like, little spiders. Sometimes little spiders are fine, but you see the fucking, the big ones is like, fuck that. No, dead. Dead. That's how it has to be, chat. That's how it has to be. Oh, Spider-Man, when he's not racist, is great. I agree. I agree with you, Producer Graphics. So maybe there are some strange ones. There's some strange ones, some good ones, too. A variety. I like a variety of questions. This is Call Me Hazel's second question, chat. What inanimate object do you wish you could eliminate from existence? It's one that I just don't use, and it's wristwatches. I don't fucking need a wristwatch. I don't like wearing jewelry on me. I don't like wearing rings. I don't like wearing bands. I don't like wearing necklaces, chat. I just don't. And I have a fucking watch right here. It's my goddamn phone. This is my fucking phone, chat. You see it. Okay, it tells the goddamn time. There's fucking clocks over the goddamn place. I don't need a wristwatch. Everything that just advertises, hey, you can steal this from me possibly. And it's like, I don't need a wristwatch. Unnecessary. Unnecessary, chat. I don't need it. It's just a generic like painting. It's just like painting. Witness me, Nick Diaz. Thank you so much for the raid, good sir. Appreciate that, my friend. Raid. Everybody on the dance floor. Raid. Good to see you, Nick. How you doing, Nick Diaz? Chat attack, as we all know. One of the backbones of the DT community. Make sure that the goddamn wheels don't fall. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Josh, for the 5 biddies. Thank you. After this conversation, I'd just like to thank Josh for being a juicy gangster juice subscriber. Oh, yeah. Obviously. I didn't razz him a little bit there, chat. Rent, that's going. Oh, I thought it was like inanimate objects that like I use, or like a lot of people use. I was like, I don't need to use that. But like wristwatches, like we don't need that anymore. Don't need wristwatches, chat. Don't need pocket watches. Just we got fucking phones. It's all working out. Bills, but yeah, we want to go down. Yeah, fucking taxes, sure. Yeah, that's a big one. See, I was thinking like inanimate. I'm thinking like an inanimate object, like like fucking a glass or a fork or something. Like I use all those things, but like a wristwatch, I don't use a wristwatch. I haven't used a wristwatch in years. The only time I ever had to wear a wristwatch was when my parents forced me to. I was like, I don't want this. So government, chaos. We live in a wasteland. The IRS, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. But yeah, I would not like to pay taxes. I would not like that. Yeah. Socks? I mean, socks would be good. I like wearing socks. Socks are pretty good. Now I'm wearing a penis. Oh my God! No! And it's just gone. It's Ken Doll Smooth down there, chat. Well, I would still have the scrotum, though. Be like, oh, this is fucking awkward. I can't even do nothing now. Oh. See, he is afraid of the IRS. It's like, yes, massive Batman, of course. The IRS, no, thank you. It's very true. But no, I would get rid of wristwatches, chat. I don't need them. I have a fucking phone with the time on it. There's millions of fucking clocks everywhere. I don't need it. What's the point? What's the fucking point? Don't need it. You gotta fucking get them repaired and shit. Bah. This is Carmen Hazel's third question. What are some things that are okay to occasionally, but definitely not okay to do every day? Masturbate. That's a big one. I mean, we all do. Hey, listen, Chad, we all do it. But if you if you're doing that like a lot, like don't be fucking Matthew McConaughey, Chad, and Wolf of Wall Street, where I do that like 5 or 6 times a day. It's like I just did. You're gonna dry yourself out, Chad. It's like that's not gonna be good. It's not going to be good. A lot of people have their phone on the wrist now, which is that is true. Yeah, it's true, look, Carol. Yeah, don't be like, hey, we all do it. We all do it, Chet. It's good. It's healthy. There's nothing wrong with that. But probably don't do it 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 times a day because you're going to be drained of your fluids. Don't do it, Chet. Wait, I'm doing it again. No! So masturbation, Chet. Eating fatty foods, of course. Hey, nothing wrong. Hey, listen. I think that we should all have a strict diet. We can't enjoy tasting good things. No, I mean, we should eat healthy. I've learned to eat healthier now more than ever. I'm trying to, exercise more now than ever, Chad. But it's good to spoil ourselves. It's good to eat things in moderation. I think that's good. There's nothing wrong with that, Chad. Enjoy a nice meal. Even some fast food occasionally, Chad, or some stuff that is not, you don't eat this every day. But yeah, enjoy yourself. I mean, you live your fucking life. Just don't eat, don't eat like the same goddamn thing every day because you'll be miserable, Chad. You got to help yourself. But yeah, no, enjoy a nice meal of things that necessarily are the best thing to eat every single day. I think that's totally fine. Or don't eat like fatty foods every single day or something. Drinking. Do as I say, chat. Don't do as I do. Okay? Mm-hmm. I don't eat fast food anymore. So the time I get, oof. Sometimes it also just makes you like blah, feel blah. But like, nah, I mean, I've tried to, I've done, I get like a good pizza occasionally. I get some Whataburger occasionally, but now ground turkey and black beans. I didn't actually have that today. I had some chicken. With some brown rice, onions, and mixed veggies. This is some hot sauce. It was quite good, actually. Quite good indeed. That's good. You're ahead of the game then, Thunderly. You're ahead of the game. Everybody's, I knew it. Yeah, drink water. That's good. Yeah, I don't drink any soda anymore. I drink soda water, which is just carbonated water. That's all it is. But that's good. You can lose a lot of weight by not drinking any soda or juices or things like that. That's a true point. But yeah, that was the thing. Masturbation. Yeah, it's healthy to do it, yeah, you can do it. But, don't do it 5, 6, 7, 10 times a day, obviously. Don't eat fatty foods every day, but it's good to enjoy it, of course. Good to enjoy it occasionally. And drinking. Okay? Do as I say, don't do as I do. Good question, though. Very good question. And this is, according to Hazel's penultimate question, chat. Who do you know that really reminds you of a character in a TV show or movie? Well, I know of a person who looks exactly like someone else who's a celebrity. Give me a second to get them up here, chat. Hold on. I'll show you here. And you see the Class in the Glass logo. I'm going to switch this out for a second. Give me a moment. Let me tell you. Let me ask you who this person is. Give me one moment, chat, to get this other person up here. Because you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. All right. Who's that? Who is this person, chat? Who does this look like? Anyone you know? It's Corey, exactly. Yeah, that's got Corey Coleman. It's a young-looking Corey Coleman, chat. Exactly. Now, that's Miguel Nunez, chat. And Jesus Christ, Miguel Nunez and Corey Coleman could be brothers, chat. It is startling how similar they fucking look like each other. Yeah, we need a side by side. I know. I gotta put that. Someone's gotta put that together. Someone's made that Miguel Nunez and Corey Coleman thing. But it's like, wow. Yeah, they could legitimately be brothers, chat. This is the one that always comes to mind. It's Black History Month too, so there you go. It's Happy Black History Month, chat. They can't be in the same room, chat. It'll be like Time Cop. They'll absorb each other. It's the same person. Yeah, he had a secret life. He's been an actor. He played he was a Joanna Man, chat, as we all know, and he also played the Witch Doctor in the first Scooby-Doo movie. Those are his claims to fame, chat. So that's the one. That's the one that always sticks out to me. I've been compared to David Harbour. People say I'm like a young. If they ever do like a David Harbour biopic, or they want to do a flashback scene with like a young David Harbour for Stranger Things as, you know, Chief, what's his name? Chief Hop. What the fuck's his name? I forget. But the guy, goddamn sheriff. Hopper. If they need to do a flashback scene for Stranger Things, you know, season 4, Chad, he's remembering Charlotte, fucking hire me. I'll be the young David Harbour, Chad, leaving goddamn town and everything. I'll do that. I'll very much be young David Harbour. I'll kill that. I'll kill that goddamn role. Tell you that much. I can hear Corey. I've been told I look like a grown version of Veruca from Willy Wonka. Oh, okay. I've been compared to Josh Gad. But yeah, it looks like Bryan Cranston in his Heisenberg style, bald and goatee. Look like a pan of brownies. I knew it. I knew you were an anthropomorphic pan of brownies. That's great. That's Corey's reality as the actor. Yep. People said you know what? If I grow my hair out, I think I could. Kurt Russell and I have a very similar head shape. I'm gonna show you a young Kurt Russell, chap, because we have big fucking swollen heads. I get it from my father. Chad. German and Irish genes. A little Polo genes in there too. But if you look at Kurt Russell, we do have people have compared me to him. Yeah, I'm gonna look like Kurt Russell when I'm. Oh my God, it's obvious. Yeah, when I'm older, it's just not bad. It's not a fucking bad look like fucking. I'll tuck and take that. So I'm gonna grow my hair out, look like Kurt Russell. So here, Gotcha. I'll fucking show you. I'll show you. Here's a picture of Kurt Russell. Actually, you know what I'll do is, I'll put it right here. Hold on. Give me a second here, chat. Boom. Yeah, I look like I'm yeah. Here. Same fucking thing. Yeah. Yeah. I look like Kurt Russell. Definitely. I ain't an eye patch, I do. Goddamn right. Charlie Day. I do not see the Charlie Day one. Bro, that chin. I know that fucking chin. I know. Yeah. A very young Kurt Russell. What the fuck? Yeah. No, this is a very young. I tried to get like a kind of like similar ages. I think this is him when he was like in his 20s. This is Disney Channel Kurt Russell. No, this is like Disney. Like I'm in a Disney live action movies Kurt Russell. So there you go, chat. See? Same thing. Ben Foster? Really? Wow. Interesting. Never got that one before. Oh, I've also gotten this. I've also gotten this other guy right here. Escape from Texas. Hold on, chat. Give me a second here. The guy from I've always forget his name. Jack, not Ryan. Who's the guy from who's the shitty boyfriend in Midsommar? Who was that guy? I look like him too. I'll do a side-by-side comparison with that guy. Jack Rayner. So let me go ahead and get you. I think I look more like a young Kurt Russell now. No, I kind of no, that's him. Yeah, I do look like him. Hold on, give me a second here, chat. I'll get him out. I can kind of see it. His eyes are bigger than mine. But I could see this one. There you go, chat. Never all white men look alike. Chris White Susserman. That's kind of big. Hold on. God damn you. There you go. Yeah, people said I look like Jack Rayner. People have made that comparison before, chat. His eyes are farther apart than mine, I think. And he has finer hair. But people have compared me to him before. But I like the idea, like, I will someday look like old Kurt Russell, which I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll take that. If I just maintain this, I'll be like, hell yeah, I got it. I got it, yeah. A strapping young Kurt Russell thing, which is great because I love Kurt Russell. I also look like Wyatt Russell. Wyatt Russell, yeah. You look better stuffed than a bear. Looks like you if you had Michael. Exactly. He's got crazy eyes. If I had Michael Shannon, that's a great fucking line. If I had Michael Shannon eyes, Chad, we'd be brothers. But I look like a young Kurt Russell, which I'll fucking take. I'll take that. I'll take young Kurt Russell. Pretty happy about it. You're a bit scruffy. I do like my beard's a little bit scruffier. He's got a lighter beard. Kurt Russell still looks fucking great. Yeah, he looked great in Guardians of the Galaxy. He takes care of himself. Looks like Chris de-aged himself to look like a young Kurt Russell. Goddamn right I did. Yeah, so that's no, it's good. That's one I always think of. And yeah, but Corey as Miguel Nunez, that's an obvious one for me. Now this is Corey Hazel's. My brother has Jake Gyllenhaal eyes. Ooh, he's got big fucking eyes, huh? I would say you look exactly like my. Yes, yeah, he's the sexiest man alive, Brownie. Thank you. He's been deemed sexiest man alive, chat, and I share that with Michael B. Jordan. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. And this is Corey Hazel's last question, just the last question of the night. Here's the Patreon. I probably have to get going right after this one too. So sorry, we'll do some more Q&As in the future. Technology is forever evolving. Could you come up with a horror film plot that involves all kinds of technology turning on the human race? If so, who would star in my film? Oh my God, that's a great goddamn question. That's really good. You know, this one I usually like to prep ahead of time for some of these questions, Chap. This is the one that I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get to this in time. But that's a good question. You know what I would do? So technology is changing, Chad. One technological thing that annoys me today is Bluetooth, where people have these fucking little Bluetooths in their goddamn ears, and they just start talking. And you're like, are they talking to me? And you start talking to them, and they're like, I'm fucking on the phone. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. And so that always fucking bothers me. And so I would like to do a film of an individual, Chad. It's kind of like Joker, where he doesn't have a Bluetooth, right? And he has all these people constantly talking to him all the whole time, and he engages them, and they fucking yell at him. They're like, I'm on the phone, and he just drives him fucking crazy, and he gets progressively just more and more violent, and just starts like going after people with fucking Bluetooth shit, like biting their ears off. And what I would like to do it would be like a body horror psychological thriller film, and my chosen actor for this role, Chad, would be Danny DeVito, because I like the idea of Danny DeVito like running up at people, because he's so small you wouldn't expect it, Chad, but he leaps at you, Chad. He leaps at you like he did on Batman to Michael Keaton in Batman. He got him, Chad. He fucking got you choking the shit out of that umbrella. And I like him to leap and bite people's ears off, Chad. And he would be the Bluetooth killer. It would be the Bluetooth killer starring Danny DeVito as a guy who has just had it up to here with fucking Bluetooth, Chad. That's my fucking movie. We're going to cast it. We're going to film it. It'll be a fucking revelation performance for Danny DeVito. He'll get his first Oscar from it, chat. Let's fucking do. I don't like Bluetooth thingies. They're dumb. Let's bite people's ears off so they don't put it in their ears anymore. That's what I would do. That'd be very funny. Ears going into the human skin, becoming human. Call it Skin, and stars Don Cheadle. That's not bad. I like that. Have you ever seen Notorious B.I.G.? Yes, I have, actually. I have. Mm-hmm. Gone across between handsome Squidward and Ray Romano. Squidward. That's funny. I've been told when my hair was long and I looked like junk. He's like, that's good. That's good. Good looking guy. Styling guy. I like that. Yeah, I would say you look exactly like me. Yes, Michael Jordan. Yes. So I would die in your film. I love my job of Wells. You would be the first victim, Crimson. You can have a cameo, though. You could be the first one that Danny DeVito goes after. You know, he'll crawl on top of you and start biting your ear off. That'd be pretty goddamn cool. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't you like a cameo in my movie? You'd be the first victim. You're the one that pushes them over the edge. He'd be the one that's like, I can do this now. I need to bite everyone's ears. I'm stealing people's ears, Charlie. It'd be fucking, everyone would kill it. Everyone would love it. It would be so goddamn funny, chat. Look at Black Mirror. That would be a Black Mirror episode. Perfect. Well, Black Mirror's always about the dangers of technology and shit, so that's how it would be. That's what I would do, chat. It would be called the Blue Ear Killer. The Blue Ear Killer, chat. Let's fucking do it. We can make it work. That just sounds like a foreshadow for Juicy, because I just don't like it. Well, it's just like, oh, at that point, it's people just talking. I'm like, I'm just going to assume until they've like, hey, I'm talking to you. And I'm like, oh, shit, sorry. You know. Death by DeVito. That's not a bad death. That's a good death to have. It's like, how do you die? You're fucking heaven or something or whatever, what other form of afterlife. And I was like, how'd you die? Fucking Danny DeVito bit my ear off. Like, that's a story. Like, I got to hear about this. Like, that's a cool fucking death, Chad. It's like, oh, I died of old age, or I died trying about my family. Boring. Danny DeVito bit your ear off? That's a fucking story and a half. That's how you want to go out. I need to be pure, Charlie. I need to bite all the ears. I need all the Bluetooths. They talk to me, Charlie. Only they can talk to me now. That's all I desire. If Danny DeVito needs to pass judgment on you, you're probably not going to go to the pearly gates. It's true. That's true. Hey, Satan will be like, hey, that's a pretty cool death, man. Danny DeVito's a cool guy. I know him. But that is the last of Color Me Hazel's questions. Great questions, Color Me Hazel. I hope you enjoyed the answers. Thank you again for being a subscriber on my Patreon. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions this week, chat. Thank you, Color Me Hazel. Thank you, Super Tupac. Thank you, Thomas Leaf. Thank you, Corbin Hunter Armstrong. Thank you, Vanny. Thank you, Austinic. Really do appreciate it, guys. That was very, very, very kind. Now, did I miss any questions? Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions, chat. Let me be absolutely sure I didn't miss any questions. I'm going to double check. And see what I have here. I think I got all of them. Okay, I did. Excellent. Very good. Thank you for that. These are some very funny questions, Shai. I really liked the diversity for all of them. They were very fun. Got some cool serious ones, got some fun ones, picking my brain about my opinions on all sorts of things, of pop culture and media and chat, and just got some ones that were really creative. So this was a really good list of questions, chat. Excellent. And I got through them all, which is nice, which is always very nice. And made perfect time, chat, perfect time, because now, my friends, I must bid you all adieu.